We're continuing on with my exit tray. I didn't think it through enough. A few different problems that we had. When you're vibrating, you need something heavy, solid. It needs to be connected solidly. So I'll just give you a kind of a picture here of what I'm actually going to do. The steel shot is coming down off of this top surface here and needs to fall into a tray. So what we're working on, like I started to say, we need a tray that is more heavy duty. It has to have a much steeper angle. One of the things, unfortunately, I can't show you, but in my attempting to create a vibration tray that moves material from top to bottom that is very light, one of the things that you have when you're just putting a motor on there and you're just wanting the whole thing to vibrate, what you don't realize is lighter materials, and I don't understand all of this, but the way the vibration is on that surface, sometimes material will only go so far and it'll circle and it'll start working its way back up. I don't understand that, but I intend to solve that problem here by when I make my tray. Okay, so it's going to have an angle coming down. Basically, I'm going to have stair steps. So the tray will be flat, but I'm going to put a bottom in it so that once the medium has traveled, I don't know, 8 inches, 10 inches, it's going to be dropping down about 1/8 of an inch to the next step. And then 1/8 of an inch, working its way down so that if it does at all sit and I'm going to call it pool, if it sits in pools, it can't ride back up. I'm going to start out with 2 60-inch long sides and a 60-inch long bottom, and then I have to cut tapers in my wood so that it drops down properly, and I'll bring you along on that. So what I've got to do is I've got to cut a taper on a table saw on a board, and this is something I have never attempted to do. And my understanding in my research is that if I can have the same distance from my fence to where the bottom of my line is, this is the bottom. So if I can have the same distance from the edge of my fence to this line and the edge of my fence up here to this line, that will get my taper. Now, I'm going to cut a tapered groove in the board, a dado. Basically, I have to have a board that is running straight along here, and this gets cut because I want to cut at an angle. This board is going to get attached to another board that's running straight. All right, so what I'm doing now is going to create a jig of sorts that I will screw onto this board so that I can make a dado at an angle. That is the goal. However, this piece of wood that I just picked is not straight. So if I understand it correctly, I want to have a board that has straight edge, obviously. I've got a factory edge that's going to run against my fence here, and I'm going to cut a dado up into my board. Need to go double check my width. So what I have in here for my available width. I can go 6.5 to 7. I'm going to make a 1/2 inch dado. Right now I'm running this along here just so that I can take a look at the bottom side with the markings and see where I'm coming out. All right, so here's a sample piece of my thickness. So I do not want to exceed this. I want to get as close to that as I can. I think we can do it. Okay. Had to do some recalculating. The way I had my guide board on, I was going, rather than going from this point to this point, I was going from this point to this point. So it was making my groove at an angle. It's math that I'm not good at, and I don't do this stuff enough to be good at it at this stage of my game, but I will always keep trying. So I'm going to put you on time lapse and you can watch me cut a dado. Okay, battery died on us. So I got the dado cut, got the lines cut here. So now I'm going to chisel these out. Partly I can break them out. This seems to be working fairly well to come across and break these out. Definitely a few more passes with the table saw. Going a little less aggressive in the cuts. This gives you a cleaner start to clean this out. So it's fit time. That might have been a mistake, because it's in there. That might have been a mistake. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to be pleased with that. I'm going to get glue in there, and I will screw it from the outside, pulling it in. This is the kind of stuff that I can screw up. Like, I could quickly make another board just like this, and then I have two fronts and not a front back, or two sides, however you want to say it. Pencil. What the world did I do with my pencil? Huh. Imagine that. I set it down somewhere. It may have fallen down on the floor, which is why we get dozens of them. Thank you, Lowville Farmers Co-op, for providing pencils for people that buy from you. And that's their advertising. So I'll give you a little advertising. If you're ever in Lowville, Farmers Co-op does a pretty good job. Got pretty good amount of stock. All right. So this is my inside measurement. This is outside. So now, yeah, where is my pencil, I'm wondering. Oh, I cracked myself up. Oh. Christian, stop your grinning. If I mark this, I should be able to. Oh, I can just hear you analytical types are like, duh, isn't it obvious? Nope, it's not. Not obvious. Not at all. But I will check, check, and double check. I will check, check, and double check. And I might actually get it right.